Snow fell softly. Tuesday morning brought silence. Willow Creek Ranch stood abandoned. Most horses had been sold. 8-year-old Savannah, Riley pressed her nose against glass. Her red winter coat was too big. Small hands clutched a worn photograph. "Mama's horses are leaving," she whispered. Inside the barn, darkness filled every stall. Hay bales gathered dust quietly. Horse equipment hung like forgotten memories. Ranch owner Connor Murphy checked his watch. 45 years old, tired eyes. His denim shirt was stained. The bank had called yesterday for closure papers. 3 days left, he muttered. Down the gravel road, a veterinarian truck approached. Dr. Bethany Pierce stepped out carefully. 32 years old, auburn hair. Her medical bag suggested years of experience. "Mr. Murphy? I'm here about horses." Connor's weathered face showed confusion. "All sales are final, document." Dr. Pierce walked toward the barn. Her boots crunched on frozen ground. Something felt familiar about this place. "I need to see them. The horses you're selling." Inside the barn, 5 horses remained. Midnight, a black stallion. Thunder, a gray mare. Lightning, a pink gelding. Storm, a brown filly. Rain, a white pony. Their eyes held secrets. Their movements spoke volumes. Dr. Pierce studied them carefully. "These horses, they're trained differently," she said. Connor nodded slowly, pain flickering. "My wife trained them. Before she—" His voice broke. 6 months ago, Sarah Murphy died. Cancer took her at 43. The ranch died with her. She had a gift, Connor continued. Horses understood her perfectly. Dr. Pierce approached Midnight carefully. The stallion didn't retreat. Instead, he nuzzled her hand. "Fascinating," she whispered. "He's responding to something." Thunder whinnied softly. Lightning pawed the ground. Storm and Rain watched intently. Their behavior was unusual. "What was your wife's name?" Dr. Pierce asked gently. "Sarah Murphy." Sarah Elizabeth Murphy. The name hit like lightning. Dr. Pierce's eyes widened with recognition. Her hands trembled slightly. "Sarah Elizabeth from Colorado Springs?" Connor's breath caught. "You knew her?" "She was my sister." The barn fell silent. Years of separation crashed together. Connor stared at her. "Bethany?" "Little Bethany Pierce." "Sarah never told you?" "We were estranged. Haven't spoken in 15 years." The truth was devastating. 2 sisters torn apart by pride. Sarah had married Connor. Bethany disapproved. Words were said. Bridges burned. "She talked about you," Connor whispered. "Every day. She missed you." Dr. Pierce's eyes filled with tears. "I missed her too. I was too stubborn." The horses sensed emotion. They moved closer, as if remembering Sarah's love. Midnight approached first. His black coat gleamed despite neglect. He pressed his muzzle against Bethany's shoulder, a gesture of comfort. Thunder followed, her gray coat dusty. She whinnied softly, a sound of recognition, as if greeting an old friend. Lightning pawed the ground nervously. His paint markings told stories of long training sessions, patient guidance. Storm, the youngest filly, watched curiously. Her brown eyes held wisdom, beyond her 3 years. Rain, the white pony, stood apart, but her ears were forward, listening, waiting, hoping. "She trained them for you," Connor said suddenly. "She always hoped you'd come." "For me? She knew you were a veterinarian. Said someday you'd understand horses, the way she did." Connor's voice grew thick with memory. Every morning she'd tell them, "Someday Aunt Bethany will come. She'll understand your hearts." Dr. Pierce felt her chest tighten. "She called me aunt?" To them, she never stopped believing. In reconciliation, in family. The truth cut deep. While Bethany nursed grudges, Sarah had nursed hope. While anger festered, love had grown. The flashback hit hard. 15 years ago, Sarah and Bethany argued. About Connor, about choices, about life directions. "He's not good enough." Bethany had shouted, "You're wasting your talent." "I love him." Sarah had cried, "Why can't you support me?" Because I know better, Bethany replied. You'll regret this. Those were their last words. 15 years of silence followed. The memory was more complicated, though. Bethany had been accepted to veterinary school. Sarah had dropped out to marry Connor. Their parents had died young. Bethany felt responsible for Sarah's choices. You're throwing away your education, she'd screamed. I'm following my heart. Sarah had replied, Your heart will leave you poor. Bethany had warned, and she'd been right. The ranch struggled financially. Sarah worked multiple jobs. Cleaning houses, teaching riding lessons, training horses. But she'd also been wrong. Sarah's heart had been full. Her life had meaning. Her love had been real. Bethany had built a successful practice, made good money, helped animals. But she'd been alone. No family, no real connections. I was scared, Bethany whispered now. Scared you'd get hurt. She was scared too, Connor said. Scared you'd never forgive her. I was so stubborn, so proud. She understood. She said you loved her, just didn't know how to show it. Back in the present, Connor continued. She left something for you, in the house. They walked through snow. The farmhouse was modest but warm. Sarah's presence lingered everywhere. Connor opened a wooden box. Inside, a letter. Sarah's handwriting, shaky but clear. For my sister Bethany, he read. If you're reading this, I'm gone. Dr. Pierce took the letter. Her hand shook violently. I know we fought. I know you disapproved. But I never stopped loving you. The horses, they're yours now. They're trained for your touch. The letter continued. Each horse knows your name. They've been waiting. Please forgive me. Please forgive yourself. Dr. Pierce collapsed into a chair. 15 years of regret crashed down. I was supposed to be there. When she got sick, I didn't know. She never told me, Connor said. She protected your privacy. I could have helped. I'm a doctor. I could have. She didn't want your guilt. She wanted your love. Connor sat across from her, his weathered hands folded carefully. The last 6 months were hard. Chemotherapy, radiation, surgeries. She never complained once. How did you manage? Barely. Medical bills destroyed our savings. I sold half the herd, mortgaged the land. Sarah kept working until... His voice broke. Until she couldn't. The cancer spread to her brain. She forgot things. Names, faces, words. But never the horses? Never the horses. They were her constant, her comfort, her connection to something purer. Dr. Pierce's heart shattered. I should have been here. She talked about you constantly. Bethany's helping animals. She'd say, she's doing important work. This was important work too. She didn't see it that way. She saw herself as lesser because she didn't finish school. The truth was devastating. Sarah had felt inadequate compared to her successful sister, the sister who'd abandoned her. I was such a fool, Bethany whispered. You were young, scared, protective. I was cruel. Connor pulled out another letter from the same box. She wrote this too, for when you came. The handwriting was shakier. Later in her illness. Bethany, I know you think I wasted my potential, but I didn't. I found my purpose. The letter continued. Every horse I trained, every child I taught, every moment of love I gave, that was my education, my degree, my success. I'm not less than you. I'm different from you, and that's okay. I hope someday you'll see. That love is the greatest achievement. That kindness is the highest calling. The horses will teach you, if you let them. Dr. Pierce sobbed openly. 15 years of misunderstanding, of missed opportunities, of love denied. Outside, Savannah Riley watched through windows. Her mother had died too, 3 years ago. She understood grief. Her story was heartbreaking. Jennifer Riley had been driving home from work. Night shift at the hospital. A drunk driver hit her. She died instantly. Mike Riley had been sleeping. Savannah, too. They woke to police knocking. Their world shattered forever. Daddy cried for months. Savannah had told her teacher, I had to be strong. But she was 7 then. Too young for such responsibility. Too young for such pain. The horses had become her refuge. She climbed the fence daily, watching, hoping, dreaming. They understand sadness, she'd whisper. Like me? She knocked on the door. Connor opened it slowly. Mr. Murphy? Mama says you're selling. Are the horses leaving? Connor's heart broke. This child loved horses. Like Sarah had. Like Bethany did. I'm sorry, sweetheart. We can't afford. I have $7, Savannah said. Can I buy Rain? Her $7. Birthday money. Christmas money. Everything she owned. And I have cookies. Daddy and I made them. For the horses. She pulled out a plastic bag. Homemade horse treats. Shaped like carrots. Made with love. Rain likes cookies. I've been saving them. For when I could afford her. Dr. Pierce looked at this child. Her innocence was heartbreaking. Her love was pure. What happened to your mother? She asked gently. Car accident. Daddy works 3 jobs. We can't afford pets. But you love horses. Mama loved horses too. She said they have healing hearts. Like doctors. The connection was profound. Jennifer Riley had been a nurse. Like Sarah. Like Bethany. Healers all. The truth was worse. Savannah's father, Mike Riley, was drowning. Single parent, multiple jobs. No time for healing. But I love horses, Savannah continued. Rain understands me. Dr. Pierce walked a window. Rain stood in the paddock. The white pony looked toward the house. Sarah trained that one special. Connor said, for children who needed healing. Needed healing? She was going to start therapy. Horse therapy for kids. Before she got sick. Another dream destroyed. Sarah's vision of helping children. Through horses, through love. Dr. Pierce made a decision. Connor, I want to buy the ranch. What? The whole ranch. Keep it running. Honor Sarah's memory. Connor's eyes widened. You don't understand. The debt. I understand loss. I understand regret. I won't lose more. She pulled out her phone. Quick calls to her bank. Her savings, her practice, everything she had. But the numbers were staggering. $200,000 in medical debt, $50,000 in back taxes, $30,000 in feed bills. I'm buying it all. The land, the horses, the dream. Bethany, it's too much. Nearly $300,000. I have it. My practice is worth $500,000. I'll sell everything. But there was a twist. Dr. Pierce was already committed. Her veterinary practice in Denver. Contracts, obligations, patients depending on her. I can't stay, she realized. I have responsibilities. Connor's hope faded. Then what's the point? The point is continuing. Sarah's work. Her vision. The practical problems were overwhelming. Who would run the ranch? Who would care for horses? Who would pay the bills? I have 12 horses in Denver. I can bring them here. Make it a real operation. You don't understand ranching. It's not just horses. It's land management, feed schedules, veterinary care. Then teach me, the way Sarah would have. Connor's resistance was practical. I'm not a teacher. I'm a widower. I'm grieving. I'm broken. We're all broken, but we can heal together. She turned to Savannah. Would you like to help? Help with what? Taking care of horses. Learning to heal, like my sister did. Savannah's eyes lit up. Really, really, but I need someone here. Someone who understands horses. The plan was forming. Complex, risky, but possible. Dr. Pierce would fund everything. Connor would manage operations. Savannah would learn horse therapy. But I need to go back. To Denver. To close my practice. How long? 6 months. Maybe more. Connor's face fell. The foreclosure is Thursday. 3 days. I'll handle it. Emergency loan. Whatever it takes. The phone calls were frantic. Lawyers, banks, real estate agents. Money flowing, paper signed. But bureaucracy moved slowly. The bank wants guarantees. Collateral. Proof of income. I have all that. In Denver. Not here. Not immediately. Time was running out. Wednesday afternoon. Foreclosure in 18 hours. But there was another problem. Mike Riley arrived, looking for Savannah. There you are. I've been worried sick. Mike Riley was 38. Exhausted, overworked, grieving. His construction clothes were dirty. His hands were calloused. His eyes held perpetual worry. Daddy, they're saving horses. Savannah, we can't afford. Mike's story was devastating. 3 jobs. Dawn to midnight. Construction, security, weekend catering. Barely making rent. I work 16 hours daily. She's alone too much. I know she's lonely. No cost. Dr. Pierce interrupted. Your daughter has a gift, like my sister did. Mike studied her suspiciously. What's the catch? No catch. Just healing. For all of us. I don't need charity. It's not charity. It's purpose. Mike's pride was wounded. I provide for my daughter. You provide survival. This is about living. About healing. She doesn't need healing. She needs stability. She needs both. And so do you. Dr. Pierce explained the plan. Horse therapy program. Savannah learning, growing, healing. Other children too. She'd be helping other kids. Kids like herself. Mike's resistance crumbled. His daughter needed this. Needed purpose beyond grief. What about school? Homeschooling. Part of the program. She'll learn more than any classroom. And my work. The ranch needs help. Construction, maintenance, repairs. You could work here. Be closer to Savannah. The offer was tempting. 1 job instead of 3. Time with his daughter. Purpose beyond survival. I'm not qualified for ranch work. You're qualified for hard work. For dedication. For love. Mike looked at his daughter. Her face glowed with hope. The first real joy since Jennifer died. Can I think about it? Of course. But decide soon. We're saving the ranch Thursday. If it actually happens. It will happen. I promise. But promises were hard to keep. The bank called Wednesday evening. More problems. More delays. The Denver bank won't release funds. Until Monday, after foreclosure. Connor's face fell. Then we're too late. Not yet. I'll find another way. Dr. Pierce made desperate calls. Friends, colleagues, anyone with money. But $200,000 was enormous. I can get $50,000. Maybe $75,000. Not enough. Wednesday night stretched endlessly. Connor couldn't sleep. Savannah cried. Mike worried. The ranch's fate hung in balance. Thursday morning arrived gray, cloudy, ominous. The foreclosure was at noon. At 11:30, a miracle happened. Dr. Pierce's phone rang. Her business partner in Denver. I sold my half of the practice. To an emergency buyer. The money's wired. How much? $250,000. Plus your half makes $500. You can save the ranch. But there was a twist. The buyer was a corporation. They wanted Dr. Pierce's client list, her reputation, her connections. They're buying me out, but they want exclusivity. I can't compete. Can't practice in Colorado. For how long? 5 years. Maybe longer. The choice was devastating. Save the ranch. Lose her career. Or keep her career. Lose the ranch. What do I do? Follow your heart, like Sarah did. At 11:58 a.m., Dr. Pierce walked into the bank. Cashier's check in hand. $280,000. I'm paying off the mortgage, and the taxes, and the feed bills. The banker stared. Are you certain? I'm certain. The ranch is saved. But the cost was enormous. Her career, her independence, her carefully built life. Outside, Connor waited. Savannah, too. Mike had taken the morning off. Their faces showed desperate hope. It's done, Dr. Pierce announced. The ranch is saved. They cheered, hugged, cried. The horses whinnied in response, as if they understood. What now? Connor asked. Now we build. The program. The dream. The healing. But your practice? Sold. I'm staying. Permanently. The truth was terrifying. She'd gambled everything. On a dream. On a memory. On love. That afternoon, papers were signed. The ranch was saved. Sarah's dream lived on. Dr. Pierce spent the evening with horses. Each one responded to her, as if they remembered Sarah's love. She trained them for you, Connor said. They know your touch. Midnight nuzzled her shoulder. Thunder followed her movements. Lightning pawed gently. Storm and rain watched with knowing eyes. I can feel her, Dr. Pierce whispered. In their responses, in their love. She's still here, Connor agreed. In everything she touched. But the work ahead was enormous. Licenses, permits, insurance, training protocols, safety measures, liability concerns. I don't know anything about therapy programs. We'll learn. Together. What if we fail? Then we fail trying. Better than not trying. The next morning brought practical challenges. Feed supplies, medical care, facility repairs. The barn needed work. Fencing was damaged. Equipment was old. $15,000 for repairs, Mike estimated. Maybe 20. I have it, Dr. Pierce said, but not much more. We need income, clients, referrals. How do we get those? Slowly, carefully, one child at a time. Connor had been researching. There's a certification program for equine therapy. Takes 6 months. I'll do it. You too. We'll learn together. I'm not qualified. You're qualified by experience, by love, by Sarah's training. Mike joined the conversation. I've been thinking about your offer, and I'll take it. Work here. Be closer to Savannah. The decision was mutual. 1 job instead of 3. Time with his daughter. Purpose beyond survival. But I need guarantees. Salary. Benefits. Stability. You'll have them. I promise. Dr. Pierce began teaching Savannah. Horse care, gentle touch, healing presence. Horses feel your heart, she explained. They know when you're hurt, when you're healing. Savannah understood immediately. Rain responded to her perfectly, as if they were meant together. Mama would love this, Savannah said. She's watching, Dr. Pierce replied, just like my sister. The first week was exhausting. Learning routines, establishing schedules, building trust. The horses were patient teachers. They're incredible, Dr. Pierce marveled. So intuitive, so gentle. Sarah spent years training them for this exact purpose. How did she know? She dreamed it, planned it, hoped for it. The first client arrived unexpectedly. A mother with her autistic son, 8 years old, nonverbal, struggling with connection. I heard you might help, she said. Tommy loves animals. Dr. Pierce wasn't ready. No certification, no formal training, just love and intuition. We're still learning, she admitted. So is he? Maybe you can learn together. Tommy approached Storm carefully. The young filly stood perfectly still, as if sensing his fragility. She's beautiful, his mother whispered. He's never responded like this. For 30 minutes, Tommy stood with Storm, touching her gently, feeling her heartbeat, finding peace. Can we come back? His mother asked. Of course, every week, as long as you need. What do you charge? Dr. Pierce looked at Connor, at Savannah, at Mike. They were all learning, all healing, nothing. For now, we're all figuring this out. The second week brought more children. Word was spreading, quietly, carefully, through whispers of hope. A teenage girl with depression, a boy with ADHD, twin sisters who'd lost their father. Each found connection with different horses. It's working, Connor marveled. Sarah's dream is working. It's just beginning, Dr. Pierce replied. We have so much to learn. The certification program was challenging. Online courses, practical training, examinations. But Connor excelled. His natural understanding of horses impressed instructors. You have a gift, the supervisor said. Have you considered teaching? I'm still learning myself. Sometimes the best teachers are eternal students. Mike threw himself into ranch work, repairing fences, fixing equipment, building new structures. His construction skills were invaluable. I forgot how good it feels, he told Dr. Pierce, to build something instead of just surviving. We're all building something. Together, Savannah bloomed under horse care. Her sadness transformed into healing. Other children began coming, specifically to work with her. She understands them, Connor observed, the way Sarah did. She's lived their pain. She knows their hearts. 3 months later, the program was official, licensed, certified, professional, but the heart remained unchanged. Sarah's healing horses. Dr. Pierce had named it in honor of her vision. The sign went up on a sunny morning. Connor and Mike installed it together. Savannah painted it. Dr. Pierce blessed it. She would love this, Connor said. She does love it, Dr. Pierce replied. I feel it every day. Kids with autism, trauma, grief, all finding peace through horses. Sarah's vision realized, but expanded beyond her dreams. We're helping families, Dr. Pierce realized, not just children. Parents found community. Siblings found understanding. Grandparents found hope. The healing multiplied. This is bigger than we imagined, Connor said. Sarah always thought big. She just didn't know how big. The ranch was thriving. 20 horses now, 50 children in program, healing happening daily. Sarah would be proud, Connor said during their evening walk. She is proud, Dr. Pierce replied. I feel it every day. The sunset painted the sky orange. The horses grazed peacefully. Children's laughter echoed from the barn. I miss her, Connor admitted. I miss her too, but she's here. In every child who heals. In every horse who loves. Do you think she forgives us? I think she always forgave us. We just needed to forgive ourselves. The night brought peace. The horses settled. The children went home. The ranch slept. But the healing never stopped. It continued in dreams, in hopes, in love, and in the morning, it would begin again, with new children, new horses, new miracles, because Sarah's love had built something eternal, something that would outlast them all, the whispering horses of Willow Creek, where healing never ends. Dr. Pierce returned to Denver, but she called daily, checking on horses, on progress. Connor managed beautifully, his grief channeled into purpose. Sarah's training guided him. Savannah bloomed under horse care. Her sadness transformed into healing. Other children began coming. Kids with autism, trauma, grief, all finding peace through horses. Sarah's vision realized. 6 months later, Dr. Pierce returned. Her practice sold, her life relocated, ready for new purpose. The ranch was thriving. 12 horses now, 20 children in program, healing happening daily. Sarah would be proud, Connor said. She is proud, Dr. Pierce replied. I feel it every day. Mike Riley had changed too. His grief softened. His daughter's joy infected him. She's becoming who she was meant to be, he said. We all are, Dr. Pierce agreed. Years passed. The program grew. Hundreds of children healed. Sarah's gift multiplied. Dr. Pierce never married. The ranch was her family. The horses, her children. Connor found peace in Sarah's memory. His love channeled through service. Savannah grew into a gifted therapist. Her childhood tragedy became others' healing. Every anniversary of Sarah's death, they gathered, remembering her love, her vision. The horses would stand quietly, as if they too remembered the woman who taught them love. She's still here, Dr. Pierce would say, in every child who heals, in every horse who loves. And in the evening silence, wind through the trees, it almost sounded like whispering. Sarah's voice carried on the breeze. I forgive you. Please forgive yourself. The horses would nicker softly. Thunder would paw the ground. Lightning would nuzzle closer, as if they too heard her. The woman who taught them everything. Years later, Savannah had children. She brought them to the ranch to meet Sarah's horses. Great Aunt Sarah loved horses, she'd say, and horses loved her back. The legacy continued. Love multiplied, healing spread, and in every child who found peace, in every horse who gave love, Sarah's spirit lived on. The whispering horses of Willow Creek, carrying messages of love, from one heart to another, forever and always, in a language only horses understand. The ranch that love built, the dream that never died, the healing that never ends. Because sometimes the greatest gifts come from the deepest pain, when love transforms everything. And in the gentle nicker of horses, in the laughter of children, in the tears of healing, Sarah's voice whispers still, love never dies. It just finds new ways to grow. The horses know. They've always known. That love is the greatest teacher. And they're still teaching, still healing, still whispering Sarah's love to anyone who will listen, to anyone who needs healing, to anyone who believes in love. The whispering horses of Willow Creek, where love never dies.